Time check, it's already 5:01 Indonesian time. Today is a Thursday, so we will be having a grammar class and we will be using the blue book. So this time, recording is already on progress. Allow TIS and Teacher Jermaine to record this afternoon session. Good thing I have 9 kids today. So welcome to our Thursday class. Okay, good. Tristan is here. So I hope more kids will be joining our class today. So please expect that after the short discussion, teacher will be giving a very short test about um, about our discussion, okay? Again, please expect for a very short test after our discussion this afternoon. I hope you were able to prepare yourself and was able to review your notes regarding the discussion last time. Okay, I hope you can still remember we have been discussing about homophones, right? Or homonyms. Can you still recall that one? So we have example, altogether and altogether, outer, outer. We also have allude and allude, and many more pairs of words. Can anyone give me an example of those words? Can you still recall what are the other examples that we discussed? Can you still remember about already? 2 words and already 1 word. Altogether, 2 words and altogether 1 word. Okay, I hope you can still recall about it. Allow me to share my screen. Am I already sharing my screen?
Yes, I'm free.
Okay. I am okay. You can see my screen, Alfonso. Okay.
I'm Oliver.
Okay, yes, Oliver and Alfonso. So you have here, so here are some other pairs of words that we discussed. So we will not be going back to it because we're done with that one. Also that way. Okay. So just a short review. You're going to read it again. Then let's discuss a bit of it. Okay. Let's let's um let's give the difference between all together and all together. Okay, Catherine, please read also the examples.
All together refers to a group, all of us or all of them together. Example, it is wonderful to be all together to celebrate your birthday. All together, entirely, entirely. Example, it is not all together is full.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Catherine.
You're welcome, teacher.
Okay, next one, we have this. Okay, can I have Mark now to read? Mark, hello.
Yes. Was ready. Okay. Example.
No.
Oh. Author. Pedestal usually religious. Which is
Religious.
okay. I'll grab it again. Altar. Pedestal usually religious. Example. They exchange wedding vows at the altar of the church. Altar. To modify. Example. Please don't alter your plans until we have the final schedule approved.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
So teacher was able to discuss these two words many times. So right, altar, altar. So usually for a religious thing, you can find an altar inside the church. Okay, usually religious matter, it's an altar. But when you say alter, alter, that means to modify or to make changes. Again, alter, that is to modify or to make changes. Okay, next. Can I have Alfonso? Alfonso. Okay, if not Alfonso, can I have Tristan?
Yes, miss.
Okay, could you please read this one?
Okay. Allude to refer indirectly. Example, he alluded to his past as a spy. Elude, avoid capture. Example, the fugi- what's
Fugitive.
fugitive eluded the police for a month. For a month.
Tristan eluded.
Oh yeah, alluded.
Okay, could you read it again?
Example, the fugitive eluded the police for a month.
Okay, thank you, Tristan.
You're welcome.
Okay, so you have here allude, that is to refer indirectly. Elude meaning to avoid capture. Okay. Again, allude. Look at the spelling, and you also have elude. So that's the next pair of words. Another one you have here elude. That means to mislead. He eluded her about his age. Elude meaning not to tell the truth. It's a lie. Okay. In the given example, he eluded her about his age. Okay, next we have these two words. We have allusion and we have illusion. Okay. Allusion, an indirect mention of something. If you say illusion, that is false perception. Again, when you say about illusion, it's in your mind, not happening. Okay, it's not true because it's just false perception. Okay, that's illusion. Okay, we also have here allusion, again, an indirect mention of something. Okay, look at the spelling of the two words. So we have allusion, allusion versus illusion in a sentence. Okay, I'll be using the chat box, kids, to give an example. Okay, to give a sentence, then you're going to tell me what word are we going to use. Please wait for my sentence. Okay. Tristan, okay, everybody, please check the chat box. Okay, Tristan, I want you to read my message or my sentence in the chat box.
Okay. The magician's power is in the blank of magic.
Okay. The magician's power is in the blank of magic. Do you know what magicians are?
Yes.
Yeah, especially on birthday parties, they will be there to entertain kids. Okay, they're going to do magic. So do you think it's illusion or illusion?
Illusion.
Yeah, very good. So could you please read the sentence using the correct word, Tristan?
The magician's power is the illusion of magic.
Come again.
The magician's power is in the illusion of magic.
Okay, so illusion of magic. Okay, good. Thank you, Tristan.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's move now. Okay, let's move now to this new, actually not new because we have discussed this one. So we have here ambiguous versus ambivalent. Take note, we have ambiguous versus ambivalent. Can I ask, okay, can I ask Arga to please spell ambiguous? Okay, please read it, Arga, ambiguous.
Ambiguous. A
Again,
M
again, ambiguous.
ambiguous.
Okay,
A
spell it
M
out.
what, miss?
Kindly spell it out. Give me the spelling, Arga.
A M B I G U O U S. Ambiguous.
Okay, how about the next word? How do you read it?
Ambivalent.
Okay, good. Give me the spelling.
A M B I V A L E N T.
Ambivalent.
Ambivalent.
You good. Thank you.
Welcome, miss.
Yeah, thank you, Arga. Can I have Shitya now? Hi,
Yes.
Shitya. Okay, could you please read everything that I highlighted?
Because to have more than one meaning. Example, the love was ambiguous, ambivalent, to have mixed feelings. Example, this ambivalent about her wedding dress.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Shitya.
You're welcome, miss.
Daraka, could you please read the one that I highlighted?
Okay, miss. Ambiguous. To have more than one meaning. Example, the law was ambiguous. Ambivalent. To have mixed feelings. Example, she is ambivalent about her wedding dress.
Okay, good. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Daraka.
Welcome, miss.
Okay, take note of the first word, which is ambiguous, which means to have more than one meaning. Okay, the story can be ambiguous to you because you may understand a story different from the understanding of the other kid. Or another thing, for another example, the law may be ambiguous here. Okay, for you, a certain law can have one meaning, but for others, it can also have another meaning. So to have more than one meaning. There are also words that are ambiguous. Again, there are also words that are ambiguous, meaning that a certain word, one word can mean, I mean, can mean one or two meanings. Okay. So in the chat box, if you notice, what's the word that I gave in the chat box? Daraka, could you please read that one? What's the word that I gave in the chat box?
Date.
Okay, so you have date. D-A-T-E. That word can mean, what do you call it one? It can mean more than one. Yeah. Yes, Mark, it can mean romantic thing. Okay, date. On the other hand, it can also mean it's a fruit.
Yeah, fruit.
Yeah, yes, it's a fruit. So that certain example, okay, that example or that word is ambiguous, okay, meaning to have more than one meaning. On the other hand, you have the word ambivalent, okay, to have mixed feelings. So if it talks about feelings or emotions, that means ambivalent. Okay, so you have the given example. She is ambivalent about her wedding dress. Okay, ambivalent, she can have multiple emotions. She can be happy seeing her wedding dress. She can be excited. She can be sad. Okay. If you talk about emotions, you use the word ambivalent. But if it has more than one meaning or have more than one meaning, you use the word ambiguous. Okay? Yeah. Daraka, you're right. Date is a fruit. Mark is also correct. It can also mean a romantic thing. So I'll be using the chat box again. I'll be writing down a sentence and you're going to, what do you mean fruit? Um, it's a type of fruit, Mark. You don't know about it?
There's there's it's called there's a fruit. So the fruit is one of the meaning of date. So so I
Yes. Okay. Do I have to give you a picture of it for a while for you to see it here? You know what? Date or dates are the fruit of date palm tree. Okay, for you to see it, I'll be stopping my presentation. Then I need to share another screen so that you can see it. Okay, here, here. Can you see my screen now on what dates are? Of course, if it's only one, if it's singular, you say date. But if it's many, you say dates.
Yeah.
Yes. Usually this fruit is commonly found on deserts, in Middle East, like that, especially for places that has many palm trees. Okay. Mark, can you see my screen already? Look,
yes,
this is
Mr.
how
Ray.
dates are. Yes. Thank you. So, so again, if that certain word can have more than one meaning, that means it is ambiguous. Kids, teacher needs to close my video because my lighting is not that good. I hope it's okay. But time to time, teacher will be opening it. Okay? I'll be sharing again. Let's go back to here. Okay. So I'll be leaving a sentence. Okay, please wait for the sentence. Okay. So in the chat box, the sentence is sent to everybody. Okay. Are we going to use ambiguous or ambivalent for that one? Everybody, please check. I want Daraka to read the sentence for everybody. Mm.
Okay. Catherine felt blank about the new job offered to her.
Okay.
Ambivalent.
Okay, so Catherine felt ambivalent about the new job offered to her. Okay, Mark says here, so Catherine can be happy, right? She can feel
It
Uh,
is. You can.
what
Or make
else?
you feel sad.
Yes, that's good. Or maybe Catherine will feel afraid, right? Because for the first time,
Or
she'll be
worry.
having a job. Yes, or worried. That's good, Raka and Mark. So for that sentence, we are going to use the word ambivalent. Raka, read again the sentence with the correct word.
Okay. Catherine felt ambivalent about the new job offered to her.
Okay, good. Thank you, Raka. Okay, so I hope all of you was able to hear or get it why our answer was ambivalent. Is ambivalent. And no, no, not. Oh, yeah, it's ambivalent. Okay. Okay, take note of that one. Let's move now to these two words in here. Can I have Inda? Okay, before teacher will continue, um, wow, I have 19 kids today. And I think I have new kids in here, like Jocelyn. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Jocelyn. Is this your
Hi.
first time joining my class?
Yeah.
Wow, how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
So you're already, are you grade 6 or grade 7 already?
Six. Grade six.
Oh, you're still grade 6. Nice meeting you, Jocelyn.
Nice to meet you too, teacher. How do I read your name?
Jermaine. Yes. Okay. I hope you'll be able to catch up with the lessons, Jocelyn.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Okay. Okay, good. Letitia was my learner during the Monday classes. Okay, that's good. Rihanna, it's okay, Rihanna. Wow, Rihanna is here. So I am sharing my screen again. So let's have this too. Inda, can I have you?
To read it, teacher?
Yes, Inda.
Okay, teacher. Amicable. Friendly refers to things, not people. Amiable, friendly refers to people. Example, the amiable couple had an amicable divorce.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You're welcome, teacher.
Noel, could you please read also this?
Amicable. Friendly refers to things, not people. Amiable. Friendly refers to people.
Example.
Example. The amiable couple had a amicable divorce.
Okay. Amicable and amiable both means friendly. Again, amicable and amiable both means friendly. But what's the difference? Amicable, it refers to things. Okay, take note. It refers to things, it refers to idea. But when you say amiable, that refers to people. Okay, people or a person. So that's amiable. Look here, look closely to the given example. The amiable couple. So you say the friendly couple had an amicable divorce. So the friendly couple had a friendly divorce. Okay, amicable refers to things, refers to emotions or idea. Amiable refers to people or person. So let's give, I mean, let's have here an example. I have a sentence in the meeting chat. And can I have you to read the example?
Yes, teacher. The blank blank young girl greeted everyone at the party.
Could you please read it again?
The blank blank young girl greeted everyone at the party.
Okay. What do you think is the answer? Kinda, should we use amicable for this or should we use amiable? Look
Amiable.
here. Yes. Why are we going to use amiable?
Because it refers to people, the people is young girl. Young girl.
Yes, exactly. Very good. And that sentence focuses about the young girl. It's a person. So we are going to use the word amiable. So the amiable young girl greeted everyone at the party. Okay, and could you also read that one with the correct answer?
Okay, teacher. The amiable young girl greeted everyone at the party.
Yes, good. Thank you, Inda.
You're welcome, teacher.
Noel, could I also ask you to read the sentence with the correct answer?
Uh,
The same
the a-
sentence.
the amiable young girl greeted everyone at the party.
Okay, good. Let's move to another example and another example. Oh, why is it all? Okay, I hope you can read the sentence. Jocelyn, can I ask you to read, Jocelyn?
Oh yeah, sure. Wait. They came to one blank agreement.
Okay. They came to unblank agreement. Okay, Jocelyn, should we answer amicable or amiable for that sentence to complete it?
I think we should do amicable.
Um, Again. Yeah, that's right. Amicable.
Amicable.
Again.
Amicable.
I want you now to read the sentence with using amicable in it.
They came to an amicable agreement.
That's good. That's correct also. Okay?
Okay.
Um, yes. Thank you, Jocelyn.
You're welcome, Miss.
Now, who among you here can discuss or can tell to everybody why should we use amicable? Why are we going to use the word amicable? What are we referring in this sentence?
Because it's refer to things.
Yes. What thing are we referring, Nayaka?
Agreement.
Yeah, we are referring to agreement. Agreement is not a person. It's an idea. It's what do you call that one? It's an idea. So what kind of agreement? It's an amicable agreement. Good. Thank you, Nayaka. Okay, so very easy. Again, amicable. If that referring to things or idea, amiable, it refers to people. Okay, next. Mhm. Let's have this example now. I would like to talk to Honey.
Yes, miss.
I want you to read this one, Honey.
Among involves three or more. Example, who among use has not light between involves just two. Example, she could decide between Chinese and Thai food.
Okay. Honey, this one is us. Us.
Us.
Okay, read again the example. Who?
Who among us has not lied?
Okay, this one couldn't.
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 Again, she.
She couldn't decide between Chinese and Thai food.
Okay. Okay, thank you, honey.
You're welcome, teacher.
Can I talk now to Nicholas?
Yes, miss.
Hi, Nicholas. How are you?
I'm fine, miss.
Okay. I want you to read this one, Nicholas. Here, just like what just like what Honey has read a while ago. Okay, go.
Among involves three or more. Example, who among us has not lied? Between involves just two. Example, she couldn't decide between Chinese and Thai food.
Okay, good. So, Nicholas, if we use among, there should be three or more choices. Okay? Three or more choices, you use among. But if you only have two, you need to choose between the two, or it involves just two, you are going to use the word between. Okay, again, kids, everyone, among, you're going to use among. If you're going to choose or to pick, your choices involves three or more. Of course, it's more than three, more than two. Between, it involves just two. Okay, for the example here, she couldn't decide between Chinese and Thai food. You use between, here because you are, what do you call it one? You are choosing between Chinese and Thai food. On the other hand here, who among us has not lied? You use among here because you're going to choose or to pick. I mean that sentence involves entirely or a group of people. So you use among. Let's Who among us has not lied? Among us game reference. Among us reference. Okay. So Mark,
Yes, Mr. Main.
yes, you have a message in the chat box.
Not really, not really. It's just, yeah, it's
Mark, I'll have you to read my recent sentence.
okay. I am sitting blank my brother and sister.
Mm-hmm. How many choices do you have in that sentence?
We have two choice, among and between. I'm going to choose between.
Okay, so I am sitting between my brother and sister because that sentence only focuses or it only involves two. So one brother, second sister. So I am sitting between my brother and sister. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mark.
No problem.
Mhm. Okay, wait for my next sentence. Okay, I already have the next sentence in the chat box. Okay. Maybe Catherine would like to read a sentence. Catherine.
Oh, wait, what?
Okay. Catherine. Okay. Oh, Catherine, you can't hear teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Catherine. Okay, there you go. Were you able to find my sentence?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, please read.
Please distribute. Please distribute the chocolates blank the students.
Yes, please distribute the chocolates blank the students. Okay, your focus is the students. Okay, that's plural. So
Answer
should we use?
is among.
Okay, good. Could please read it again using the sentence?
Please
I mean, using
distribute.
the correct answer.
Please distribute the chocolates among the students.
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you, Catherine.
You're welcome, teacher.
I still have another sentence. Please wait for it. Okay. I'll be asking first kids to read. Um, Nicholas, please read.
Yes, miss.
Okay, please read the sentence.
She lives in the house like the
Okay. She lives in the house blank the trees. Hmm. Do you want to answer that one, Nicholas? Are we going to use among or should we use between?
The answer is among,
Okay. Why are we going to use among?
because she lives among more.
Okay, because we are talking about the trees, right? Although there's no specific number given, but if you say trees, that's plural. Okay, that's more than two. So we are going to use among. Right, Nicholas? Right, kids? Okay. So she lives in the house among the trees. Okay, I'll be dropping my last example for that one. Okay, my last example for that sentence. Can I have Jocelyn again?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Wait.
Yes.
So I read the sentence.
Yes, please read the sentence.
Oh, okay. He was dancing blank Billy and Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think we should use he was dancing between Billy and Tom.
Yeah, you're correct. He was dancing between Billy and Tom. Jocelyn, why are we going to use between?
Because it says only two people.
Yeah, very good. It only involves two people here, two person, Billy and Tom. So was dancing between Billy and Tom. That's good. Thank you, Jocelyn.
No problem, Miss.
Okay, doing good. Okay. Next one, last pair of words. Last pair of words here before the short test. Can I go back now to Daraka to read? Daraka?
Yes.
Okay, please read Daraka.
Amount. Used for a thing not countable. Example, we couldn't handle that amount of ill will. Number. Used for things that can be counted. Example, the number of accidents increased by 10%.
Okay, good. Thank you. Nayaka, could you also read Nayaka?
Okay, Miss. Amount. Used for things not countable. Example, we couldn't handle that amount of ill will. Number. Used for things that can be counted. Example, the number of accidents increased by 10%.
Nayaka and everybody, this is counted. Counted. This one, couldn't. Couldn't. Okay. Tristan, can I ask you to read, Tristan? Thank you, Nayaka.
Okay.
Tristan, please read.
Amount used for things not countable. Example, we couldn't handle that amount of ill will. Number used for things that can be counted. Example, the number of accidents increased by 10%.
Okay, good. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you for reading it well. Okay, take note. So you have here amount. Take note here, amount. Okay, used for things not countable. Okay, you cannot count. You use amount. But if you say number, you're going to use for things that can be counted. I'll stop sharing first my screen. Okay, please understand that my lighting is not good. That's why my video is like that. Okay, let's focus first on things that cannot be counted or objects that cannot be counted. Can you give me examples of it? Cannot be counted, meaning non-count nouns. Non-count nouns. It's an example of nouns that cannot be counted.
Sugar.
Yes, Daraka?
Is it sugar or salt?
Again, salt?
Yeah, sugar, salt.
Coffee like that, milk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also rice, we cannot count it. So that's good, that's correct. Water, we cannot also count water. Our
Yeah.
hair, we cannot count our hair. Although if you say 1, 2, 3, but literally you cannot count it. Grains, pellets, dog foods like that. So you cannot count it. How about things that can be counted or count nouns? Things that can be counted.
Like things. Example, a dog,
Yes,
a
good.
table,
Cookies.
Yes.
a person.
Cookies.
Phones.
Phones, good. Pencils, pens, bags, papers, like, right, chairs, tables,
Cookies.
spoons. Yes, Nicolas?
Cookies.
Puppy, yes. Nayaka said here, chair, it's countable. Yes, very good. Okay. Oliver, is Alfonso around, Oliver? Okay. Is Alfonso with you, Oliver?
No,
No, no, he's not around with you.
no.
Okay, it's okay. So, um, I had that activity with you to give me example so that it will be easy for you to understand when are you going to use amount. So amount, that's things not countable. Number, That's for things that can be counted. Okay, so that will be very easy for you to understand. So I'll be having maybe two sentences for this two words, amount and number. Okay, kids, I have there the sentence. So I'll be reading it for everybody. He put a small blank of butter on his bread. Okay. He put a small blank of butter on his bread. Are we going to use amount or are we going to use number? Okay, just open your microphone if you want to answer. He put a small blank of butter on his bread. Take note, we are talking about butter. Is it countable? Can we count it or can't we count it? So what should we use?
Is it amount?
I think amount.
Yes.
Because it's uncountable.
Yes, that's good, Araka. He put a small amount of butter on his bread. So we are going to use amount for that sentence. Yay. So next. I have another sentence. Can I talk to Inda? Could you please read the sentence, Inda? Okay, before Inda will read, I'll go back to the recent sentence. Mark, did you say number, Mark? Ah, so you have here, but are we going to put one whole butter in the bread? Mark, are we going to use the entire butter in one bread? Mark?
Maybe you can take some.
No. If you say some, so meaning it's not entirely. So we are going to use the word amount.
But I can make a logic in English where I will say it's amount, but then it will be number because the butter is freeze. If the butter freeze, yeah,
So
it's
you're
one.
so you are saying he put a small number of butter. A small number. How many butter? 1, 2, 3 butters?
Freeze it, now it's become numbered. If you freeze the butter, that small amount of butter, you can get it solid. So now
But
you
the
can have
logic,
it's one butter.
yes, thank you, Mark. But the logic in that one is teacher will be asking you, are we going to put the entire butter on a single bread? Of course not, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's why for that sentence, he put a small. Oh, look here. There is an adjective in the sentence. He put a small amount of butter on his bread. Butter is a non-count noun. That's why we use the word amount. Okay. I hope that's clear. Another sentence. Can I talk now to Inda? Inda? Okay, if not Inda, can I talk? Can I talk, Inda?
Yes,
You're here
teacher.
now? Okay. Please read the sentence.
In the chat box,
Yes, in the chat box, please.
he put a small bang of butter on his bread.
No, the next one. The next sentence. Haven't you seen it?
Not yet, teacher. The last sentence is only he put a small bang bang of butter on his bread.
Mm. Oh, so you cannot, you don't have the next one?
No, teacher.
Okay. Justin, do you have my next sentence, Justin?
Okay, I read it.
Yes, yes, Justin.
A blank of kids are in the park.
Okay, so maybe you want to answer that one. A blank of kids are in the park. Is it amount or a number?
It's amount because I can count the kids.
Amount? Amount, you're going to use it for non-count, meaning you cannot count it.
Yeah, I can.
Yes, you can count the kids. So what are you going to use? Amount or number?
A
So you say,
number.
yes, a number of kids are in the park. Okay, a number of kids are in the park. Kids here, you talk about people, so you can count them. You can count the kids. So you say a number. Another hint that will help you to answer that sentence is the article a. So you have there a. So the next word for that one is a word that starts with a consonant. So you say a number. You cannot say a amount because you say an amount, a number. Okay. So the answer for that sentence is a number of kids are in the park. Okay? Okay, Tristan and everyone.
Okay.
Okay. So we will be ending with that pair of words. So you have amount and number. It's already 5:54 and teacher cannot give you the test because the test was not written or I wasn't able to prepare it in the Google form, but it's in a document form. So instead of having you answer it one by one, let's have it orally. Maybe I'll be asking a few kids of you to answer it. Okay? Then hopefully next meeting I can have the other sentences to be answered in the Google form. And I want you kids to be ready for that one, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Alfonso.
Yes.
Okay, you're here now. Can I ask you to read sentence number 1, then please answer.
Divide the apple blank to friends. Among between. The answer is between.
Why are we going to use between?
Because there was two friends.
Okay. Okay, so the given choices is two friends, so you are going to use between. Okay, thank you, thank you.
Lebih bahasa Inggrisnya apa?
Thank you, Alfonso. Okay, sentence number 2. Nayaka, can I have you for number 2?
Okay, miss.
By the way, if you want to answer number 3, number 4, and number 5, please raise your hand, okay, so that I can see those who are raising their hands. Okay, can I have now Nayaka for sentence number 2?
Okay. I was sitting blank all children. Among or between. Among.
Okay. I was sitting among all children. Okay, that's correct. I'll be writing it here. Excuse me. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Thank you for that one, Ayaka. Let's move to sentence number 3. Okay, Mark. Mark.
Yes, teacher. Okay, number
Yes.
3. I feel blank towards mushrooms.
Yes.
The answer is ambivalent.
Okay.
Ambivalent.
Yeah, you're correct. Because we are talking about the emotions in here. Because you have there, I feel. Okay, when you say feel, so you talk about your emotions. How do you feel toward the mushrooms? Ah, So, again, Mark, your sentence, please. I mean, your answer.
Okay, number 3. Okay, number 3. I feel ambivalent towards mushrooms.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank
For
you,
me,
Mark.
mushroom is yummy. Mushroom is yummy. Makes the soup better.
Yeah, good. Okay, that's good. Okay, number 4. Okay, number 4. Yes, Daraka, I'll have you for number 4.
Okay. The story was A. Ambivalent, B. Ambiguous. It's B. Ambiguous.
Okay, good. Okay, because a story, okay, a story could mean in many ways. Okay, it could
Yeah.
mean different for Naraka. It could also mean different for Nayaka. So it could what do you call that one? Um, multiple meanings or multiple understanding about it. So it's ambiguous. Okay, Naraka, read the sentence.
The story was ambiguous.
Okay, good. Thank you,
You're welcome, Miss.
Catherine, for number 5.
Orlando cleans the blank every day. The answer is altar.
Yes, that's good. Our answer is altar. Come again, read the sentence, Catherine.
Orlando cleans the altar every day.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome, teacher.
Can I have now, can I have Noel? Okay, okay. Noel,
Yes,
Noel,
miss.
I want you to read sentences 1 to 5 with the correct answer. Do not read the choices. The sentence now with the correct answers.
Okay, miss. Divide the apple between two friends. 2. I was sitting among all the children. 3. I feel ambivalent towards mushrooms. 4. The story was ambiguous. 5. Orlando cleans the altar every day.
Okay, good. Thank you, Noel.
You're
Okay,
welcome,
one
miss.
last. Good. Thank you. Can I have Rihanna now? Rihanna. Hmm. Rihanna.
Yes, me.
Okay. 1 to 5, please, before we end tonight.
Okay, miss. Divide the apple between two friends. Among in between.
No.
2.
Num-
I was sitting among all the children. 3. I feel ambivalent towards mushrooms.
Good.
4. The story was ambiguous. 5. Orlando cleans the altar every day.
Very good. Thank you, Rihanna.
You're welcome, miss.
I still have 5 sentences. I hope we can do it next time, and I can put it in Google form for you to answer it in a quiz. Okay?
Miss,
Yes, Jocelyn.
can I ask you, because I'm late for the meeting, I don't know what alter and alter means.
Okay. Altar, ALTAR. It's for religious thing. It's in church. That's that's what an altar. But if you say alter, 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 that means to change or to modify.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Miss.
Don't worry, Jocelyn. I'll be discussing that one next meeting for you and for everybody. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, kids, thank you for being with me. Hopefully, next meeting, I'll be having a quiz using the Google form. Okay? Thank you, kids. I'm happy to see all of you this tonight. I'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
See you maybe a couple of days later.
See you, Miss.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you.
How
Thank
can I?
you.
Can I?
Bye.
Bruh, how can I? Huh?
Mark, you still have a class after me?
Not really.
Bye,
Anyway,
Miss.